You're pretty when I'm drunk.
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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Guys, Tuesday. And a lot of you ask a serious question. How can you possibly unsee something? But on a serious note, I have some really great friends, which would be all of you guys, and then I have some complete sickos that are helping me every now and then do some brew reviews, and I appreciate the effort that the guys put forth. Except for, you know, you're making it more difficult for me to try to keep. I am not about to try to outdo Heffy and show you my man-tees, okay? You know, it's just not going to happen. There's going to be no woo daydream thing, and you know, it's not going to happen. It's just so Heffy, you're just going to have to keep on dreaming. But seriously, guys, William, Glockgeist, the Geist, whatever channel it's, and Heffy67 and Salty Shellback, I really appreciate it. You know, it's been so busy trying to keep up with stuff, and I've been getting more and more behind on everything in the, you know, just trying to keep the lights on in the house. And I still wanted to be able to have some daily content go up for the rest of you guys that have no life at all, for something to watch, and I appreciate the help that the guys have given me. It was nice to see that they believed that that they had to go the extra mile and not just review a beer to make that all possible. Heffy67, whatever money you've invested in counseling, I believe for the most part has been wasted. Then there's the other side of the coin. Where would you be without all of that counseling? Salty Shellback, thanks for the recipe for cat and different things you can do with a dog. I much appreciate that. You could probably skip a lot of the ones that you sent me, especially all the ones that have something to do with Twinkies. And guys, his thing is almost over, so if you're going to get involved, you need to do that before the 3rd. And William Glockgeist, Ms. Bomey has taken your application for Beer Bitch, or Beer Bitch, Kitchen Bitch. I don't know where that came from. For Kitchen Bitch, and is keeping it under consideration. Woohoo! So, hang on. This is, speaking of bitches, this is either Jerry. He said when he's here in September, he's going to kick my ass if New York Half-Ass Prepper remembers to bring a ladder. Oh yeah, and it is. It was either going to be Jerry or Travis. Yeah, Jerry. Yeah, it'd be. I guess it's the new. It would be the new custom thing, you know, in September for us to do our "Get the fuck out of here" video. That was pretty funny, because that video last year incorporated us like all doing. Anonymous, I mean, it's caller ID. We just randomly picked somebody that wasn't here, like Ray or someone, and it was like all of us just started yelling, "Get the fuck out of here!" That was funny. What are we looking at? Yeah, that was honestly Christine sliding the ottoman upstairs. That wasn't me and some irritable syndrome kind of stuff. We're going to be looking at Founder's Devil Dancer, a triple IPA. Well, why not? Why don't they have a quad IPA or a sextuplet IPA? I mean, hell, if we're just going to keep increasing the number, there's got to be some reason. This one was bottled on 5/15/2014. We want to get to this as fresh as possible. There's a Heffy joke in there somewhere. This one is 12% by volume, and under full disclosure, this is not my first beer tonight. I had Sega from Summit and Traders IPA. Oof, that Traders, that was really good. These are all on tap at a little place down the street, which I know you guys don't give a shit because nobody's gonna like say, hey, I'll go with you. Well, actually, you'll probably say that in the comments, but you won't be able to actually physically make it here. But they do like every 3 months they do a dinner party where they have a 6-course meal and then a live performer. Last one was a guy that did the Rat Pack. He did Frank Sinatra, and which I sent Pete an audio clip, and he said that guy sucks. And Dean Martin and Sammy Davis. I thought he did a really good job, very interactive. This time, I don't remember what the theme is this time, but I guess the guy is really, really good, and Christine has actually seen him perform and said he's exceptional. So planning on doing that at that place. I'm gonna take my mommy. Actually, she was with when they had the last one. We weren't actually there for the dinner party, but it's pretty hard to stop sound from coming through a corrugated barrier. And when we were actually leaving, my mom, pushed the thing open and went and told the guy that he was awesome and gave him a hug. She wasn't even drinking. Founders. There you go. Not that I want to bitch, because you guys are just like, fuck the trolls anyway. I had a guy actually leave a comment on the Smith & Wesson 1006, my 10mm, my Holy Grail gun, where and his comment was junk. It's like, oh no, really, that's awesome. A few comments went back and forth, and the last one I basically told him he was a troll piece of shit, and I was allowing him one more comment before I blocked his troll ass. It's like, it's one thing when you're going through somebody's videos. It's like, okay, maybe the Smith & Wesson 1006 produced from, until it's only there's that particular model. There was was it? I don't remember the exact stats now. I want to say it was less than 2,000 copies made, and it was basically a prototype being tested by the FBI, and those pussies decided that the 10mm was just a little too energetic for them, and that's how the 40 cal came to be. They basically cut it back, put a little less gunpowder in there. You guys that have been here for the shoot and will be here this year, I look forward to being able to let anybody shoot it that wants. And I have, a few 10mm pistols, and that one by far is the most fun to shoot. I mean, it's all stainless steel. It's not a light gun, so it handles the recoil. I mean, trust me when I say something like my daily carry, the PPS in a 40 cal is a lot more energetic on recoil, just because it's a small damn gun. But yeah, you can tell. My first comment was, "What's the matter, bro? Jealous?" When someone puts up a video of something that they're proud of, I mean, each of you guys is going to have a different gun that you would consider your holy grail. You know, maybe it's something really exotic, like you want the tiger striped Desert Eagle 50 AE. Maybe to you, your Holy Grail gun is, and this is the case, several comments in that video, a Glock. To each his own. I'm not going to knock what your Holy Grail gun is. That's why I get a little miffed when some little tiny penis guy leaves a comment that that's junk. Oh really? It's junk. Well, I don't think so. That gun has been 100% reliable. It gets shot a lot because I enjoy shooting it, and my brother-in-law reloads for me, so I have plenty of 10 millimeter. I'm just need to start stocking up on it. I probably don't have enough to do what we did last year for the shoot, but there's still plenty of time to get a hold of some more. You know, basically, most of that day was just reloading a bunch of the guns. You know, I was surprised at how many guys are like, you actually shoot that, or you're gonna let me shoot it? Hell yeah, man. You know what? Life is short. Enjoy your friends and your family over everything. Who gives a shit about the rest of the stuff? Everything I have is to be used. Like, for instance, Heffy, you know, he gets used a lot. Let's open this. My latest favorite opener is the bird cage. It turns out they're actually good for something. Jerry again? Jerry, when you watch this video, really get a fucking life. In this case, I wish that was Jerry, my next door neighbor, wanting money and beer. That's funny, really, right, Chuck? Isn't that funny, Chuck? Someone's actually calling me for money, Chuck. Asshole. Founders Devil Dancer Triple IPA. Very deep color. Poured pretty aggressive, didn't get a lot of head. It also is 12% by volume. I'm sure the alcohol is knocking that back down. Does have really a nice color to it. Smell, citrus, some caramel. I think you can actually smell 6 of the 12% alcohol. Be interesting to see how well they, if at all, is hidden in this. Right, JR10. Desert Gold. Brewing up his own shit. I really gotta get on that. Someone, and and when it just shows up and you don't know, one of you guys sent some bottle tops and the crimper device for them, so I just need to save up some bottles. Of course, I could clean out some of the sentimental bottles and put it in that, but give that a try. Not that I don't have my faith in this particular system, but if you guys, and you should, and I'll put a link down below to JR10's series on his brew. I mean, seriously, chillers and his mixing unit, and it's like, come on, give me a break. I was just like, you got some cool ass shit there. Got a fucking chem lab set up and you're making beer. Nice. It's like, instead of Breaking Bad, it's Breaking Beer with JR10 Desert Gold. But now that's the system right there. This, I've got the beer kit, and then I've got the oatmeal one. That one was glass. This one is the big plastic jug that my daughter Lillian got me for Father's Day. And yeah, I know, chit chat, blah 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 blah. It's just me. Was it disturbing? Was it more disturbing to see Heffy 67 in the thong, or fixing his wedgie through the video? Yeah, it's 12% by volume. Well, it has it definitely has a thicker, kind of a medium heavy mouthfeel to it. Let this one warm up just a little, and I think this one maybe do a little bit better if it was really, really cold. Might help with the alcohol, but it's got a lot of flavors to it, and I'm sure you'd like to know what the hell those were. Everything is a lot more subdued than I thought it was going to be. It's like triple IPA. Isn't that going to be like 3 times more aggressive on the citrus, and it's really rather smooth. It's kind of a heavy, almost like a caramel citrus right there at the beginning. I mean, the first kind of impression is kind of a syrupy, kind of a sweetness to it. Again, just beckoning JR10 Desert Gold to drink this. Then right behind that is kind of a citrus hit. You know, nothing compared to either of the 2 that I've already had this evening. Yeah, kind of a citrusy hit, and then right behind that, you kind of get the alcohol warming to it. A little bit more of a caramel, kind of, and I don't know what the IBUs on this is. 112. So you get that. You get a little kind of a staged, dry, bitter area. And then again back into like a caramel bread finish to it, and more of that alcohol warming, Glock guy style. Yeah. Any of you guys that don't watch the video all the way through are really missing out, because William's online, you know, interview, or whatever you want to call it, as a position to take my slot away as kitchen bitch at the end is priceless. So if you've watched that video and you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go watch it all the way through until the damn thing ends. I showed that to Christine, and I thought she was gonna floor. That was. I know everybody's got their life situation, and I've been invited to plenty of different shoots, and there's no way I can make it, because even if I could afford to get there, which would probably be drive, and right now neither of our vehicles is capable of long distance travel. Just can't win. There's shit lit up on the dashboard of her vehicle that even my mechanic has never heard of. So I understand if you know, you guys that I've invited can't make it, and there's the few of you that I'd really love the honor to finally shake your hand and get to actually sit around the fire pit and drink with. And William Glockeist, you're one of them, but that would be it's gonna be an interesting shoot this year, that's for sure. And I'm amazed at how many guys are like, I don't even know if I'm even gonna bring any guns. Yeah, you're right, because the fun is hanging out as friends and family as opposed to just going up and seeing you guys that were here for the first year. When everybody got here, there was a log pile as a break to stop the bullets from getting through, and by the time we were packed up and cleaning up, there was nothing down there but wood chips. True story. Yeah, this is definitely a heavy hitter because of the alcohol content. I'm not exactly sure about the overall flavors. I can name a shit ton of IPAs that I feel have a more pronounced everything in there. Now, you know, where do I actually put this on the E scale? Well, it's Founders. It's an exceptional beer. It's 12% by volume. It's something I would definitely get again. But it kind of falls in a kind of a unique category. Would I want this as a daily drink? 12%? Seriously? No. But you want... I mean... You know, maybe going against the grain. I don't know what other people think of this. I think probably because it's Founders, it probably rates very high. But I'm actually not going to give this... I'm not going to give this a 10 because it's almost like it's more about the alcohol. Not necessarily a problem. But I would like to have had more complexity and more of that range in there along with that alcohol. It's almost like it flattened out. And I know it's not age. I mean, I just got this. So I'm actually I'm giving this a 9. Devil Dancer from Founders. I'm giving it a 9. And if my memory serves, I don't know how long. How long are we into this already? Okay, we're still good. This is something that Glockeist did as a review. You know, here, and from Deschette's Black Butt Porter. So that the reason that it's not getting a standalone is because if any of the boys do a review on B&E Brew Reviews, I'm not gonna redo it as a primary, but I will throw it on the end with my thoughts on it. And this was something that William thought I should take a look at, and thought that I would like it. Best Buy, we got plenty of time on that. They recommend that you have consumed this by 9/30 of 2014, so we're in good shape on that. Deschette's is something that I think right now everything I've had from them has been pretty good. Their IPA I really liked. Bayou Chili Head. It's gonna be like you have to search and search. Well, you know, the brew review, the beer that you showed in your video, it was like frickin' the font was like 92 right here. Sorry. 5.2% on this, and I should probably do a clean glass. Where all the little glasses go? What the? That's a root beer mug, for God's sakes. Heck, let's just use it. It's like something I stole from A&Dubs. Speaking of that, as a complete side note, really pissed off. I'm really getting sick and tired of the weather. You guys that are my friends on Facebook bitched about the weather. It was like sunny, beautiful on Sunday because I worked on Saturday, and I had the AR with the VG6 Epsilon brake on it. I had well, still do, the ATI Ruger AR-22. I loaded up the Mosin because I want to get that sighted in before everybody's here in September. And it was just mainly the rifles that I wanted to be able to get out and shoot. And Christine's like going, you know, the weather looks iffy. Look at the radar thing. And it was like this big, just ball of red that by the end of the time sequence was right up to Duluth. And I was like, looks nice. It's like, you know how it goes. I'm gonna head out to the shack, you know. And that's just the problem is of course the only thing we have right now that I don't even fear would be my truck. But that again, I think I probably bitched about this before. Anybody knows the best way. I have a 2000 Chevy Silverado with the 4.3 liter V6 in it, and I have gone through so many cap and rotors that all the screws got stripped out and I had to replace my distributor, because every time a frog lets a wet fart in front of my truck, it starts to stumble and miss, and it's moisture inside the cap and rotor, to the point where the last time my mechanic actually sent me a picture of it and said, in all the years I've been doing this, I've never seen one melted up this bad inside. And so the only reason that I even had him do it this last time is because it actually died in wintry fire a block away from his shop. And so he gave me, I mean, I think I paid, I always buy the expensive stuff because it lasts a little bit longer. So it was like $75 for the cap and the rotor, and he charged me $25 to put it in the truck. And like 2 weeks into it, we had a really bad rainstorm, and of course I had to drive home in it, and sure shit, now it's running like crap again and it needs to be replaced. The only suggestion I've been given is to cover it in silicone. Well, you know what that's going to be like the next time I have to change it out. I mean, yeah, I can go get like one of those huge silicone tubes and just melt the shit right over the whole thing. No guarantees that that's going to make any difference, but God, the truck has been so reliable, except for that. So yeah, in the case of bad weather, I wasn't really looking forward to driving home, or I would have turned around and not have actually gone to the shack. But long story short, I was on my way out the door with the first load of stuff for the truck when the national weather was on the TV, and I'm just like, okay, forget about it. I'm wondering if forget about it. Wondering if I'm making a mistake, if I should have gone, because there's two completely different worlds. Anybody that lives in this area knows that you can you can be at my house, and 10 minutes up over the hill, they'll get 14 inches of snow, and it rains here. Sometimes that big-ass lake saves you instead of screws you. And I'm like going, God, should I have gone? Should I have gone? I mean, I don't know what the weather's like out there. And my father-in-law calls and says, you made the right choice on not going. My friend just called from up there and says they're getting hail so big it's damaging vehicles. So, yeah, Sunday was... Yeah, who gives a fuck about the weather, really? Pour the damn beer. Okay. It's dark, which I fully expect from a porter. Oh, can't wipe it off the side of the glass. It's a chip. First thing I'm actually getting is like a chocolate, a cocoa smell, and then there's some. Get the malts, not as roasted and heavy as some, but again you kind of stick with the chocolate, and it has a lot of a smell of a brown ale, like Moose Drool, for instance. Moose Drool with more of a chocolate smell to it. Cheers. Now that we're at 30 minutes. I'd apologize, but if you're still here, unless somebody has got a gun to your head. Boy, that would be like terrible if you were like actually watching this and there was a dude with a gun to your head making you watch this, and I'm like, if again, kind of like a lot of the characteristics of a Moose Drool, but more of that. She's talking about me. More of the characteristics of the Moose Drool, but more of a cocoa or a chocolate presence to it. Not that it probably does matter, but after two heavy hitting IPAs and triple IPA, I gotta see if I can get my hands on that that one. That was really good. I don't know, that was like the first time I've actually kind of been a little disappointed with the Founders. I mean, for the most part, I kind of expect almost a. Well, I guess what am I bitching about? It's still a 9, but I thought that was going to be like a 10. I thought that was going to be like one of those deals where you couldn't see me for a moment because my like skirt like puffed right up over my head. Yeah, this is good. I wouldn't put it in the hoo-ha fantastic category, but this is something that I could easily consider A, getting it again, B, kind of a daily, kind of a drink, your daily beer thing. If this was the exact same price as a Busch, you'd never be buying Busch again, kind of a thing. So if I was to put this on the E scale, I'm also going to give this a 9. Bend Over Oregon. Duchettes. Everywhere since 1988. Crafted for explorers. 1988, the same year that my Yamaha FZR was. Something else I should have never gotten rid of. Well, actually it was stolen, so really guess I didn't have much control over that, did I? Okay, well now they got 2 beers to finish. What should we look at tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Oh God. So help me if I hear from Alone with Company, I'm gonna scream. Let's do something from New York Half-Ass Prepper. I'm only... Oh, these guys again. This is the 3rd one from them. This one was another one from a Handy from Galakgeist. Handy Brum. I know that the actual pronunciation is from G, which we all know is for Galak. And then Geist. Handy from Galakgeist. This is Norwegian wood, which also seems to make more sense right now. A handy from Galakgeist, Norwegian wood. This one is 6.5% by volume, and this is a product of Norway. What can I tell you about it? One's from Norway, required delay law to brew. Yeah, we went over this last time. Well, a little bit of their history again. Nothing new. No, there's this particular time I have nothing. There's like nothing about this particular one. So Norwegian wood. Sounds like two homos sitting in a sauna. And we look at that. That's, yeah. The spoiler alert. That's what the cap looks like. So let's look at this one tomorrow. Norwegian wood from a handy from Galakgeist. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. And again, I really want to say thanks to Heffy67, Galakgeist William, and Salty Shellback for helping out and making the brew reviews absolutely hilariously entertaining. So we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll